I'm here with Coach Mike Lester. Coach, we've got a big match tomorrow night against Augsburg, your conference opener. You're going into that match with an 8-1 record, which is pretty impressive. Talk a little bit about the start of the season thus far.
Oh, sure. Obviously, obviously we're pretty excited about how things have gone so far. We opened at our tournament here at Sugarloaf and played well in front of the home crowd, which is always fun, and went 4-0 there. But the more important tournament was this tournament we played in this last weekend, where we went down to Iowa, played some very good regional opponents, and went 4-0 down there as well. So, we're off to a nice start. It's been fun so far.
You look at your schedule, and as we talked before the season started, these 8 matches that you just played, if I were to tell you were going to go 8-0 in those 8 matches, you probably would have thought I was crazy. But you're playing very well, and obviously it's a total team effort. What has really surprised you thus far about the way you're playing?
Yeah, sure. I think you're right. If you would have told us we'd be 8-0 in the region right now, which is what we are, I would have been obviously very happy with that, but also a little bit surprised. As far as what's surprising us right now, I don't think it's necessarily surprise, but more something that we've talked about a lot, and that is that we wanted to be very consistent this year with what we did. Both offensively, defensively, serving-wise. We wanted to be much more consistent. There were times last year that we played at this level, but it was just too far and in between, and right now we're playing pretty consistently. So.
You've got a lot of returners, a lot of people that have been in this situation before. Obviously, one of the people that's really stepped up this year is the play of senior Courtney Runge. Talk a little bit about the improvement that she's made from her junior year last year to this year, which has already been culminated by tournament MVP and a Player of the Week honors.
Sure, yeah, and if you want to talk about consistency, you can talk about Courtney right now. She's giving us a double-double in nearly every match with at least 10 kills and 10 digs in every match that she plays. She's worked really hard to get to that point, but I think for her, the key is she's playing really, really relaxed right now. She's having a lot of fun playing, and it really shows when she's on the court.
Again, you talk about the 8-0 record now, that their 8-match winning streak. It's great, but obviously heading into tomorrow against Augsburg, it's really like starting all over.
Oh, absolutely. We talk all the time about the tournaments that we play in being very important, because we're playing regional opponents, but more important in the fact that we're trying to get better every time we play, so that we're ready to start the conference season, and that's where we're at right now. We think we're playing pretty well, but now is where we have to prove it.
Talk a little bit about your rivalry with Augsburg. The last 2 years have been decided 3-2 matches. I'm assuming you're probably expecting the same kind of a match again tomorrow night?
Yeah, no question about it. Every time that we have played Augsburg over the last 3 or 4 years, it's been very, very competitive, very tight. They're a team that plays with a lot of energy, and so they can get on some runs, and that's what we have to be aware of tomorrow. Is to make sure that we're not giving up points in bunches against them, because as they gain momentum, their play continues to get better.
It's an interesting week for you. You get this conference opener on Wednesday night, but then you go and you play 4 more games or 4 more matches in a tournament down in Simpson. Is it going to be a tough week that way, in that you've got this emotional high of a conference opener, and then you go to another big tournament that's very important for regional rankings?
It will be, but hopefully, and we've talked about it a lot, hopefully the team is really just focused on tomorrow's match. Once we get through that, hopefully we play well, and we'll see what happens in that match. But then we'll start worrying about this weekend, where we go play Nebraska Wesleyan, who we've already played in a really competitive match, and we play Simpson, Northwestern College, and then a team to be determined. So a very big tournament, a very important tournament when you're talking about the region. But tomorrow is clearly our focus this week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
All right, thanks, Tommy.